Man was born into the world where he did not determine his family, country, or city. He came to accept his environment and parents. Immediately he was born. He was dependent on his family to feed him, but as he grew up, there comes a time in his life where he needs to be independent of anyone. Life is a stage. First, man is dependent, which we all pass through as toddlers. But as time goes on, he becomes independent. When man was born, someone provided the food, clothes, and shelter and cared for him, giving him the basic necessity of life. Few are lucky to be born with a silver spoon. They have access and the best of everything, quality and fashionable. They had enough and sometimes excess supplies of their need and wants. Others were fortunate to come from the average family where their needs were provided for, but with no excess. Priority and opportunity cost was a good tool to determine their spending, not like the rich, who could afford anything without using a priority list. For many, the reverse is the case. They were born into a family where they were forced to be independent at a very tender age, from age 8 to 15 years. Before they could even get to suffrage age of 18, at this stage of their life, they were to cater for themselves, provide their food, clothes, and sometimes shelter. As a man grows up, whether he was born with a silver spoon or not, there comes a stage in every man's life where he needs to be independent. At the independent stage, man must provide his own food, clothes, and shelter. He is in charge of his basic necessity of life. It's important for man to prepare himself before he gets to the stage of being independent. How then can man prepare himself to be independent? Man needs his own food, shelter, clothes, and other basic necessity of life in meeting his needs and wants. All these can only be brought by one entity: money. For man to be independent, man needs his own money to buy his needs and wants found in the market. Independence then means making your own money. Society believes in education as the best way to prepare man to be independent. All these can only be brought by one entity: money. Right from childhood, every concerned parent invests on education for their children. Education exposes his mind, provides information and skills which can be used in the labor market as an employee or employer to create wealth for himself. Therefore, man is advised and encouraged to embrace the basic form of education, which is believed to be liberates and exposes his mind, provide labor market demand, market and relevant skills he can trade for in exchange of money. His talents, innate ability, skills, information and knowledge is what man needs to employ independence. But it will profit man more if he acquires some of this at a dependent age if he's lucky to enjoy long dependence before or after suffrage age. When we talk about education, we weren't talking about school only. School is a major place where a form of education takes place. Education can come in several forms, including technical and vocational training, should may be associated with school, but workshops and various training centers. We can say school is education, but education is not school. It's the same thing like saying all lions are animals, but not all animals are lions. One common entity in all this stage is money. That's why man needs his talents or innate abilities, knowledge, information and skills to be able to trade for money in the labor market. But unfortunately to some, after acquiring all these basic things to be independent, they cannot be independent. What should we call such situation? Unemployment. When man has a skill, knowledge and information and cannot trade them in the labor market, man is said to be unemployed. Let's define unemployment. I came across this definition by someone and I love it so much. It says, Unemployment is a situation where some people who falls within the ages of the working population capable and willing to work are unable to obtain a befitting work to do.